known for some time. Something about the world ain't right. The darkness lives in plain sight. In the ether, adjust your eyes. There are those that have no clue. You give them hints, they just stare at you. Most have lived in Plato's cave, watching.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back once again with Jen Yost and John Chait. And we're going to be talking about our awesome upcoming excursion retreat to Mount Rainier area. And it's going to be healing and sound bowls and visiting really cool spots. And we're going to share some. We went up there to go check it out for a couple of days about a month ago. And we had a great experience. And I may have, I'm not sure, John, whatever happened with the trailer and me having left the heater on by accident. Did you guys ever get that figured? Obviously,
yeah, I've got it sorted now. It's fine.
Low battery.
Yeah, I've got it all sorted now. Yeah, it's fine.
But you did get back into town and get your trailer.
Yes, no problems. You didn't kill it completely.
Okay, good. Yeah. Anyway, we're very excited because the three of us are hosting a retreat coming up August 26th. Well, I'll put the dates up here. August 26th through 30th. It's the Mount Rainier Spiritual Retreat, Earth Grid, Light Activation, and we are staying at a really cool place and we're basically where we're staying, and Jen will let you know the specifics. It's the hottest, I guess it might be the hottest time of the year, but they're full in July and August. So we're going at the time of the year when people are, wanting to be at the Mount Rainier area. So Jen, where are we staying? I mean, I know the name, but let's hear it from you.
We're staying at Betsy's Cabins, and John and I were able to check them out while we were on our recon.
Right.
And they're really nice little cabins. Each of them have a full kitchen. So we're not going to be like glamping or anything. Everybody will have.
And hot tubs.
Yeah, hot tubs, campfire at each cabin. And then our cabin that the three of us will be staying in will be the hub, where folks will come to have breakfast and lunch, because those are included in the retreat. Right. And then I think we have one barbecue night that's also included in the retreat. And they're super nice. So excited to get to put our feet up after going up on the mountain on a day.
Yeah, the hot tub.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. They're all laid out in a similar area. But everyone has their own space.
Mm-hmm. So, I think they're all
really up to date. Yeah. Yeah, they're all really up to date. They're all renovated. So they're lovely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm glad you guys got a chance to see them. I was in a bit of a rush to get down that night, that morning, so I get to my niece's graduation. But well, let's jump right in. So what are some of the events we're going to be doing up there? I have this some of my notes as far as the Earth Grids and planetary awakening. Some of the topics we can go over, the collective awakening, increased intuition, the solar activity, the Schumann resonance. So let's discuss a little bit about what these Earth Grids and planetary awakening, what does that mean for people, Jen? How would we describe that for them?
Well, I've felt a calling. I'm an energetic intuitive healer, and I'm also a psychotherapist in private practice. And my work outside of my private practice has me doing a retreat now, hooking into the Earth Grid, because the Earth is made up of a bunch of ley lines. And if you know anything about the chakra system, meridian system within the human body, well, a lot of traditions say, there's theories that the planet has the same energetic system. And as humans, we're a conduit between heaven and earth, and we can connect into God's source and bring through energy hooking into the planet. And when you can activate these earth grids using our consciousness and intention and God source energy, we can lift our own consciousness along with the land and the region beyond, because on a quantum level, the energy goes all throughout the grid of the planet. And we've been doing sections at John's Pacific Northwest Pyramid, where he's at, doing this work from his specially built pyramid. And it's been phenomenal because people feel lit up after a session and expanded in consciousness, because we are in a spiritual battle. You talk about that a lot on Truth Stream and many other podcasts for the listeners that tune into this one. And this is a battle of the souls, right? So yeah, there's the Pacific Northwest Pyramid, where we've been gathering small groups, and John plays crystal bowls, and then I do the channeling, because I'm hooked into the pantheon of Egyptian gods and goddesses and the Hindu ones, all kinds, and that's a whole other topic. But anyhow, I'm able to, or we're able to, hook into the grid. And when you gather with large groups of people, or even small groups of people, it's that much more potent, that much more powerful. So on this retreat, the intention is to be transformative for the individual who comes, and also for the planet at large. And the Seattle, Washington area needs some help right now, because I think it's a pretty captured state. And I would love to, I kind of envision like taking a rug and shaking it out, shake all the dirt out. So that's what I'd like to be doing at Mount Rainier. And Mount Rainier is a natural, energetic mountain itself. It's got magma rock within it. So there's a lot of energy within the mountain. It has river, lakes, all kinds of things on this mountain. And on our recon, we discovered a few things ourselves, vortexes, and I think a portal, and lots of fun things that we'll be working with when we're there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel that we're in a radical time of shifting earth energies and human consciousness. So we get all these beautiful people together where they can have an expanded effect to really harmonize ourselves within those grids as well, and have a really nice positive effect on the harmonization and progression of the fields on the planet as well. Yeah.
Oh, you're muted, Joe.
Yeah, I've got to plug in as well. Mercury.
So I'm going to show some photos to the folks about our initial excursion up there, so we could do some scouting on it. This is a great shot of John and Jen at one of the locations.
I think that's Longmire. So
Yep.
Day one, we'll be going to Longmire, which is a very lovely meadow. And that's where we'll be really connecting into the mountain as a group and grounding ourselves with the mountain. And we'll do an energetic activation there as a group. Yeah, there's the meadow. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. And then this was one of the rivers that we.
Was that on our hike around Reflection Lakes, maybe?
It might have been. I know this felt like this was like a vortex, though, wasn't it? Oh
yes.
My God!
So
that was a
so that waterfall. We'll take the group to that vantage point, and that waterfall is very powerful, as we discovered. So once we left the meadow, and then we just drove up a couple minutes and there's this waterfall, and I feel like there's definitely some energy to unlock from there. That'll be cool.
John's getting Oh, we'll put that back up. So,
Yeah.
And then what was this field?
Oh, that's the Nisqually River.
That was the shot from the bridge, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. So that's in the Nisqually River, and it looks like it's kind of low there. I wonder if it will be. That's one part of it, but there was some more action that we found too. But we'll also, so on day one, we'll also do something there with the water, because the water is like a carrier of the energy all through the mountain and the valley and the surrounding area. So we'll be able to put some good intentions in there and hook into the river as well. And personally too, like we're going to be doing interpersonal work as well.
Right.
Yeah, that Tahoma means the mother of all waters, and the locals used to call Mount Rainier Tahoma.
Right. Mount Tahoma. There's even a high school near Tacoma called Mount Tahoma. That was
a mother of all waters. So, and as we know, water is a powerful holder of memory and consciousness. So,
and I just wanted to show the folks, like, we actually went. What was cool is we brought our snowshoes, and we actually needed them to get up to the areas, because obviously there'll be less snow when we're up there. But yeah, there's Jen and John, and this was part of our excursion. We went up there and met some really cool people and saw a family up there that was with their little baby. That was pretty cool. But yeah, it's just beautiful. This is one of the birds in the trees, and then Jen can be more specific on what this image is of. That was such an amazing view from up there. Is that Reflection Lake?
That's Louise Lake. It's right next to Reflection Lake.
Okay, yeah, it was from the, because I've only seen it from ground level. This was so cool to be up looking down at it.
Mm-hmm. Which this hike will probably be an optional hike for folks, because
right.
All our hikes we chose are very user friendly, if you will, and this one had a slight incline, so we might be able to do this because it's over at Reflection Lakes. But that was a beautiful view that day.
It really was.
And that little pond, so that's right in the same area from that vantage point.
Right.
That was quite a little vortex.
Yeah, it's like did UFOs come in and out of this area? We were wondering, and
I was picking up on some little. Maybe they're interdimensional little beings that.
Yes.
After we were done playing around with that, we got kind of lost on the rest of our hike at some points.
Yep.
We got turned around because the snow was still on the pathways, so sometimes we lose the path and get all twisted up and around. But it was interesting standing at that little pond for a little bit. There was something going on there.
Right.
What did you feel, John?
Yeah, definitely. There's all sorts going. It was quite interesting on that trip. I found that there's all sorts of different activity in that area. Some more benevolent than others.
Mm-hmm.
So
it sounds like an upbeat
really
song.
I'm sorry?
Some places are more benevolent than others.
So it'd be interesting what comes up on the retreat to work with that, all these, depending on who's coming, we'll have a much broader spectrum available to us of what work we're going to do.
Exactly. Well, and one of the things we were going to talk about on this is what's going to happen. What's going to happen during this retreat, and some of the things that come up is, why leave the cell phones behind in some portions? Why does slowing down matter? Why combine nature, sound healing, channeling, conversation? Who is the retreat for, and what kinds of people tend to benefit most? So we can go through some of those questions. so Jen, I'll throw these out at you. So why would we want to leave phones behind, and why does slowing down matter? So we'll start with those.
Well, first off, when you're in the actual park of Mount Rainier, you don't really get good phone reception. So you can take pictures, but it's
Right.
not the time to be on your phone. And
Right.
when we were on our recon, it was pretty nice. I really wasn't on my phone at all, and that was such a nice unplug from all the activity that is afloat. So clear your mind, you get more mental clarity. I'd also say this isn't this retreat, if you enjoy alcohol, you probably don't want to have too much of that because when you're doing energy work, it just can kind of give you a headache. So you can maybe have a glass of wine in the evening if you enjoy a glass of wine or a beer, but I wouldn't do too much alcohol drinking on this.
Yeah, this is not that kind of event.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah. John may be, on one of his DMT excursions, but I don't. No, just kidding. We're all going to be experiencing this together. So I think what when John plays the sound bowls and Jen does her guided, she's really channeling. It's really, you don't even need drugs. It's such an amazing experience.
It's pretty psychedelic.
Yeah.
And so that's why when we've been doing this work at John's pyramid, so when we actually get to the mountain and plug into the grounds there, I'm really fascinated to see what happens. Like,
right.
We're really going to take off. I think it'll be very powerful and potent work that we're doing, and it's, like I said, for you interpersonally, but also for the collective at large.
Right. And then, which brings up that question, why combine nature, sound, healing, channeling, and conversation? I think really leads us right into that.
Well, with nature, I mean, for thousands of years, human beings have made pilgrimages. Thank you. And they go on these searches into nature because nature is our natural frequency. That's why you feel so great when you go in nature, like, oh man, because that's actually our natural, what we're supposed to feel like as human beings. Yeah. It gets bombarded and covered up with life stressors and dramas and whatnot. So it brings more mental clarity, relaxes the body so you maybe can receive greater inspiration. And it's also good for community, like to come together as community. That's important right now. And then the sound healing, I'm not sure how much sound we can actually do out in the field, but when we come back each night, we can gather and do some nice sound healing sessions with John and integrate and calibrate the work we did that day into our consciousness, because we're going to be receiving major upgrades in our consciousness doing this work.
Right. No, that it's pretty exciting. And what kind of person is this retreat actually for, and what type of folks tend to benefit the most from something like this?
Well, it's for anybody who's open to healing for themselves and the collective, right. And anyone who's has a little bit of experience working with energy. You could have received acupuncture, Reiki, or prayer, as long as you're open, because we'll guide you through the experience. And if you're spiritual, that's great. You feel a connection to nature. Somebody who wants to come together with like-minded people. Because we'll have a nice camaraderie going on. So, and if you're looking to maybe you're feeling stuck in some area of your life, or you want some inspiration, believe me, this will really get you aligned in your path that you're looking for after this 3-4 day excursion.
Yeah, I think, our very close links as animals in nature on the planet, that we're going to be clearing and working and emboldening with each other, the earth and the humans together throughout this whole retreat. So it's hard to say exactly where it's going to go, but it will be held with nature as we're working with her, and then we'll be expanding, and she'll be helping us to expand ourselves, as we work with nature as well. So anyone who loves nature,
Right.
and, loves joy and loves love.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and I think that leads to, John, you have a pyramid in your backyard, and we've talked about sacred geometry.
There it is.
Why have the mountains always been considered holy? I think that's another question that would be good for folks to hear more about.
I think mountains are lesser traveled by humans, so a lot of them hold pristine natural forces, but also a lot of the nature spirits, and the nature's strong, and the mountains. It's beautiful going through the mountains where you experience the different environments. So you go the forest, which is cosseting, delightful, and then you go higher and higher, alpine, which is expansive. We call the land of the gods. You're up above the trees or whatever. So you have cosseting, nurturing energy, the Mother Earth in the forest, and then you have this expansive spiritual connection above.
Was that a horse?
Above the tree lines.
That was the nature talking right there.
Yeah.
Harley nature. Yeah.
Well,
but they've always been sacred because with all the plants, the plants are our medicine, and we have that interplay. So I find the forest is energetically cleansing. Where in the mountains we get fully cleared and toxins removed, and then we can connect deeper with ourselves and our awareness. We have a greater intuition in the forest. There's less chatter, less distraction.
Right. It does feel good that the phones really don't work up that, where we were staying anyway. But Jen, I think I saw on one of your Facebook images that there like something that looks or resembles a pyramid up in the area where we're going to be.
Yeah, I was trying to
image right now because it's like, wait a second, what is that?
Yeah, that was interesting. I didn't upload that image, darn it. But yeah, in the mountain line, I think we were driving up the forest road, and there was a view of it was a pyramid size looking mountain in the distance. And I found that quite intriguing because it looked very symmetrical.
Very, I agree.
It was very curious. And there are pyramids all around the earth, and you have the pointy ones and the flat top ones. And the pointy ones, supposedly, some theories, was senders of energy, and the flat ones were the receivers of energy, which makes a whole lot of sense to me when they were activated, and that technology was happening, which hopefully sooner than later we'll have that technology given back to us.
Right. Well, how do we see? So this is going to be the 4 days. Kind of give the folks a little insight into what a typical day up there is going to be like. And guys, we're going to have meals. There's going to be different dinners, and Jen can go into the specifics on that. But we're going to be. It's the mornings are going to be, we're going to be starting somewhat early because we want to start the day and not be lollygag and dilly-dallying, but walk us through kind of what the schedule might be like while we're up there.
Sure. So Day one will arrive that evening. I think you can check into your cabin at 4 p.m. So that's Wednesday night, the 26th, I believe. And we'll have a welcome campfire. We'll state our intentions, introductions, whatnot. Maybe if the sky is clear, we can look and see if we can find any UFOs flying around. That's always fun. Have them talk to us. And then the second day is Longmire, that meadow that we saw, and Longmire, and then there we go. The waterfall and the Nisqually River will be the first day of being in the field, and we'll do some energy work at that meadow. We'll play with that waterfall, and then this Nisqually River. We'll see what goes on there. This is all very intuitive. So we scouted all the places, and we have the areas where we'll bring the group to scouted. But until we're all sitting down is when I'll know what's going to come through and what's going to occur specifically. And then day two is the summit, Paradise, the open alpine, which we were snowshoeing in late May. August, there won't be any snow.
Right.
There will be wildflowers and whatnot. And so we found a nice place to do some activation work there. There's usually the very clear view of the mountain from Paradise, like really close up and personal. Myrtle Falls, we didn't get to because when we were there on our recon, it was too much snow. That's I think of the natural copper occurring stream there. And that was on our trip to the meadow, or trailhead to the meadow. All these things we'll see. There we are in the beautiful forest. All the forests are like old growth, so they're very supportive feeling and calming. So second day is Paradise. Third day is Reflection Lakes. So that one we're going to do at sunset because the energy is supposed to be a little bit more potent with the sun setting. And there's Reflection Lake. And so when the clear day and the mountain's not hidden from clouds, it reflects in that lake. Right. And so that to me feels pretty potent and quite, I feel like there's maybe ships that fly in and out of there. I'm not sure, but something about that lake. And that was also by that vortex pond thing too. So I feel like there's some activity there, but we'll tune into that lake and do some that pond. Even looking at that right now kind of makes me feel kind of like in my body.
Right.
The ETs hear us talking about their place. So they felt, they were surprised that we knew that they were there. I think
so.
Yes.
The feeling I got, because they kind of followed us for a little bit as we left, and they're like, "Oh, who are you?" So
right, people paying attention to things that normally they just probably walk by, and
they seemed okay. They didn't feel nefarious or anything. They were just, I think, surprised that we were aware of them.
Yeah, they seem like they're very happy to have us there, and would be overjoyed to have work, to be there with us working there with a group for sure.
I feel like the mountain wants us to come there and do this work because all around Washington State, and I'm sure other states, it just feels like there's a
fog.
Like
fake matrix. Yeah.
Some
overlay.
Clock covering it, and
overlay.
Overlay. Yeah. So I'd like to, with the help of the group, release all that and open it up and activate it so it's got life force energy running through it, unblocked, to bring change and transformation throughout the land and region and globe for the highest and best good.
Exactly.
That's what all I know to do in these times of great awakening. This is my calling.
Yeah.
I'm not called to be a politician or anything like that, but I can do light work and with my friends and light it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we all get to hang out, for 4 days up in a beautiful area. And then, one of the other things that's come up in the notes here is, why are so many people feeling called back to nature right now? And, there is a planetary awakening, mental health and nervous system regulation, Earth's changing rhythms. And, it's just going up there for one night with you guys was just really, really special and cool. I mean, John probably got a little burned out on my fake English accent, but we had such a good time. I feel I've only known John for like a few months, and I feel like I've known him for years. It's great to hang out. Jen goes without saying because I've known her a little bit longer, but yeah, John is he's really a great bloke to know in the Seattle area. I mean, look at his amazing backyard. I mean, look at those trees. It's incredible. It really is.
No, I mean, people say, trees step down cosmic energy and to be assimilated by the earth. So I love trees, but so I'm lucky to have a co-inhabit with a few. But the forests around the Rainier are spectacular. These ancient old growth, so 600-year-old trees.
Right.
Yeah, and I imagine we'll be hooking into the wisdom of the land and the indigenous people that inhabited that land before any settlers showed up. That's my guess. I bet you that some indigenous people might come through with their wisdom and initiations. I think all kinds of also the elemental world, fairies, unicorns, gnomes, all kinds of, and then the interdimensional beings. Because I feel like
the dragons might turn up, being a volcano and stuff. I feel like they might be coming in because anyway, there's a lot for them to be doing. So they're returning strong.
Yeah, I know. And I heard once from some spiritual teacher, they were saying that there's a Indian spirit inside Mount Rainier, a Native American spirit inside Mount Rainier that's just sitting there and cross-legged and just waiting. But if he goes to stand up, that's when it will erupt.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that's true, but I thought it was interesting.
Right. Wow. Well, is there interesting? I know we're trying to keep this one around a half hour so people can, get updated. Kind of a, relatively quick show and introduction to what we're up to. Is there anything we've left out, or anything you guys that you want to say before we bid farewell?
Well, I look forward to people coming. I'm very looking forward to this retreat, obviously with you guys, but all the lovely people who want to come as well. Yeah. It's going to be special, and it's going to be good for all of us to attend. Also the earth and the surrounding area. It's time, for this sort of for awake people to be doing these things in groups. So if you don't come to this one, go to another one. Start, bring your energy to those places around the earth. Leave your footprints. Bring your heart-centered awareness wherever you go, and bring it to Rainier in August too.
Right. Well, and if you're coming, I mean, if you're local, obviously that's great. You don't have far to travel, and if you are coming in from outside the state or the country, then you're coming here in one of the most amazing times to be here. I mean, it really is. Friends ask me, "Hey, do you want to go such and such for the summer?" It's like, I just want to be up in the Northwest in the summer.
Oh, stunning.
I don't really want to be anywhere else. So you guys are at the best time.
It's so beautiful. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if people
We are.
what is it that they do, Jen? I'll put this up so people can see it.
What? Say that again.
Oh, so if people are interested, they probably need to reach out to you and email you at jennifer@integratehealing.com if they have an interest.
Yep.
And
And
then
then I'll give them all the details. Yeah, we're coming. Probably need to make a decision by about July 24th or so, because that's when our reservations at the cabins, we have to really, we have several reserved. And so we're going to need to know our number party by then.
Yeah,
So,
we don't know if we need all of them or some of them, but we have to make some kind of, decision by, in the next.
Yeah, we have a few people that are committed right now. So we're looking to fill out our group to a nice, maybe it's 6 people. That would be a nice intimate group to take, plus the 3 of us. And we are all divine beings of light. We're very powerful, and we have the power to not only enlighten ourselves, but the region, and that work then lifts the vibration of the planet and impacts all the people and animals that inhabit the area and all around the globe. So it's really exciting work, and if you're not experienced, that's okay. We'll guide you through it. If you have experience, great. If you're intuitive, great. It'll be a blast. We'll have some.
Yeah, I'm sure wherever you are, your experience will meet you where you're at. So wherever you're at, one is at, you're gonna be met there through that energetic experiences in nature. So it's good for whoever.
Exactly. And I'm just gonna I pulled up Betsy's cabins so that people can see where it is that we're staying and give a little it's really a wonderful escape, and people dig into cabins at Rainier.com if they want to, if they can't see everything on right now. You guys can dig in, and we're staying at a really magical place. I mean, check this place.
Yeah, each cabin I think is unique in its own right, and so they're all going to have their individual charm and character. And you'll likely share one with another maybe 2 per cabin, depending upon the layout of the cabin.
Exactly.
And, and our breakfast and lunch is included in one barbecue, and dinner you'll be on your own, but there's restaurants nearby.
And then we're barbecuing one of the nights, right?
Yeah, we'll have a little shindig.
What night is that, just so we know?
Maybe Friday night, or Saturday. Well, no, Friday night, because Saturday night is the Reflection Lakes sunset.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it'll be a good time, and I think I think we're gonna have a lot of magic on our side as far as like hitting the points and avoiding crowds. So I think our timing is all really good.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's just it's at the prime, the prime location in the state during the prime month, and it's just going to be incredible. And to hang out with you guys, and more than likely I'll bring my acoustic guitar. So it's going to be hanging out with 3 friends, and then making new friends. And it's going to be intimate. This isn't going to be like 20 or 30 people. This is probably going to be somewhere between 6 to 12 ish. In addition to the 3 of us. So we're looking forward to it, though.
That's all we need.
Yeah, it's meant to be a cool, intimate, healing, spiritual weekend. So
the people who are supposed to be there will join us. So
exactly.
If you feel drawn, then I encourage you to reach out to me, and I'll give you the lowdown. And hope you can join us. It's going to be very expansive and enlightening.
Exactly. So, it's been rolling across the bottom, and I'm just going to share this because sometimes sometimes when these are rolling across the bottom, they look a little bit small, and sometimes people may not see them. So I'm going to take the scroll across off, and I'm just going to share. Whoops! I'm going to share this. There it is. So it's Jennifer at integratehealing.com to reach out to her. And then for John's website, PNW Pyramid, I'm just going to show one more time John's website so you guys can see that as well.
PNW, Pacific Northwest. Yeah. Pyramid.
Yeah. There it is.
PNW.
Yeah, if you're in the Seattle area, we're doing monthly channel events leading up to this, and his pyramid is amazing.
Yeah, it's sort of energetic rocket ship, you know, sort of geometry is the physical representation of energy, right? So it's all the geometry of some lovely energies, all based on the Great Pyramid in Giza.
Right.
And it's centered over 2 ley lines. So it's tied into the earth and cosmic. So we do all sorts of things there. So come for a sound bath in there and just leave this physical realm for a little bit of time and lift off. And events with the 3 of us, Jen channeling and the sound bath, singing bowls, crystal singing bowls.
Yep.
It's a joy. And that's we've lifted off a few times and we're there. So, and then we do some nice men's group for helping out the boys, and then coming for a one-on-one healing with me too, if you want.
Yeah.
And then, but I'm looking for other practitioners to use the space too.
Wonderful.
So if you're a local practitioner who's interested in working out of a purpose-specific structure for any energy work, it amplifies any energy work done inside. Just hit me up. Yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
There we go. I mean, how do you turn that down? You just don't. I mean, what a great group of folks.
You don't hear that every day. Do you want to work out of a pyramid?
No,
It's pretty rad.
It is. It really
it's
is.
the only one in the area, I think.
Yeah.
It's perfect for the work that I do. I'm so glad that we
Absolutely.
met and connected and are working together. Like, it's amazing.
Well, and our next event is going to be one on August 8th of 2026, I believe, right? Did we decide on the time?
I think 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Lions Gate.
Yep.
It's a big time. Portal 88. So
there we go.
Rocket.
Beautiful.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Well, feel free to reach out to Jennifer and John, whatever your interests are, and hopefully we can accommodate that. And hopefully we see you guys at the healing retreat. Once again, I will put up the image so you can know where it is. The Mount Rainier Spiritual Retreat, Earth Grid Light Activation, August 26th through 30th. All the information's right there. And we look forward to hearing from you guys and seeing some of you as well. So I think with that, we'll say farewell. We'll keep this relatively short, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Farewell.
Thanks.
Cool. All right. Ciao for now. We'll roll the song. All right. Bye, everyone.
I have known for some time something about the world ain't right. The darkness lives in plain sight. In the ether, adjust your eyes. There are those that have no clue. You give them hints, they just stare at you. Most have lived in Plato's cave, watching